This news came down just moments ago. Juan Del Potro will be out for Team World at the Laver Cup, and he will be replaced by the young American Frances Tiafoe. What's your reaction?
Well, it's going to make it even more difficult for Team World because Del Potro was one of the players that I think had the possibility. You know, he has such big wins. He's beaten Roger, he's beaten Rafa. And now with him out and putting Frances in, I think it's going to make it even more lopsided.
Yeah, there's no sugarcoating this. This is a huge loss for the world team. I mean, to lose Del Potro, as Tracy said, this is one of the few players that really has recent success against the top players. He's beaten Roger, just beat him at the U.S. Open, beat Rafa at the Olympics. He's beaten the big guys in big moments. He beat Djokovic at the Olympics. He beat Andy Murray in Davis Cup. This is a guy who, playing at his best, even though his ranking doesn't reflect it, is still capable and being one of the top players, and that's what that Team World team needed. They needed the threat of a real top player. Obviously, Frances is playing well, went to 5 sets with Roger at the U.S. Open, very talented young player, but this makes it even more lopsided.
And I would think, Justin, at this late date, you're also struggling to find, okay, who's not playing a tournament already,
Completely.
Preparation, how to get over to Prague in time, so it's very difficult
You know, one
to
player,
add a team member at this point.
Yeah, completely. I mean, they definitely targeted Raonic and Nishikori. Unfortunately, they're injured. I'm curious if they reached out to Kevin Anderson. That's a guy obviously in good form. He would have been a perfect candidate for the world team. I didn't know if he had other commitments, probably going to Asia. Obviously, getting into the World Tour Finals is a huge priority for Kevin Anderson, and he's so professional. He wants those ATP points, but he would have been a guy that would have been a huge addition at the late stage for the world team.
Yeah, so a tough loss for Team World. Once again, Juan Del Potro will not play in the Laver Cup due to an injury, and he has been replaced by Frances Tiafoe. A great opportunity, though, for the young American to participate in the inaugural Laver Cup. This is such a huge event with the top players in the world, and now Frances is in there.
He is, with Denis Shapovalov. I mean, we've got, this is part Milan,
yeah,
right?
Part Milan and Prague, next gen in Prague.
Yeah, mixture. So obviously Frances had a great U.S. Open, taking Roger to 5 sets. He's, I think, gotten so much stronger. His weapons are really starting to become more apparent. He's looking much more comfortable on tour, more of a threat, but you also wonder, and this is now with John McEnroe, the team captain, and then Patrick is vice captain.
Yeah.
They're going to be having to put their thinking caps on because there's a lot of strategy going into the Laver Cup because obviously there's points, 1 point for the first day, 2 points for each win for the second day, 3 for the third day. Where do you put all these players, and now how do these pieces of the puzzle fit in without Juan Martín?
I think you put the young players in the first couple days and see maybe if they could shock, you know, some of the star players. Put Frances and Shapovalov in some of the early days where the stakes aren't as high. Could be one form of strategy. I mean, one of the things I do like about the world team is in the doubles, you have someone like Jack Sock, who I believe is one of, if not the best individual doubles player right now, and he also has such versatility. He can play with different players on different sides of the court. He's had success playing with Kyrgios. He's had success playing with John Isner. They won in Shanghai last year. So, I mean, we're trying to find out where the world team has a few advantages or can make this competitive.
They can only play doubles together once. Kyrgios and Sock, that would be a strong team, and they're very good friends. I think Kyrgios just spent some time in Kansas with Jack, but it's kind of interesting. There are different rules that you have to contend with as well.